check, mic check, 1, 2, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
All right, my favorite rapper.
Let's
go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Hype's House.
Welcome me.
We are so glad you're here once again. Come on in, take your shoes off on my carpet, and relax.
Right.
We about to get straight into it, and we're going to talk like we always talk. Let's talk about sports.
Let's do it.
All right, you ready? Okay, first things first, let's talk about the new, and some would say improved, 76ers.
New and improved 76.
Some people are saying it. Some people are saying it. Okay, so Embiid and Harden's partnership is off to a good start. Embiid in the last 2 games, he averaged 35.5 points, and Harden averaged 28 points, 9 rebounds, 14 assists, 2.5 steals. They looking good. They looking good together. And the standout to some people is their pick and roll chemistry. Like, that's explosive right there, okay? So 2 games is not much to go off of, right? Just 2 games. But I want to know, Hype, let me know, what do you think about this duo? How are they doing so far? Give them a little mini report card.
Are you asking me how are they so successful so fast?
Yes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the chemistry. Tell me what you think.
Okay. Chemistry. Okay.
Or partnership, chemistry,
I
teamwork, whatever you want to think about.
I can use us, right?
You could.
Partnership, chemistry,
All
natural.
All that.
It's easy.
It's easy.
It's easy being yourself when other person's being themselves, and you accept it. Right. I think that's what they're doing.
Really?
Embiid accept James for who he is.
And who is James?
A person that's unpredictable.
Really?
Sometimes he's in, sometimes he doesn't want to be in.
Well, some people call that inconsistency.
Yeah, but it depends on, I don't think he was comfortable. He was in Houston for a while, he was comfortable because he was in control of a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Once the control left his hands, that's uncomfortable for him.
How did the control leave his hands? What made the control leave his hands?
Some decisions they made with different players, different teammates coming in, people he didn't mix with. Because you can make a drink, but if the part of that drink don't mix with what you're putting in it, it's not going to taste the way you want it to taste.
True.
So sometimes you can bring some people in, they just don't mix. Doesn't mean they're a bad player, just don't mix. So James Harden, one of them people like, they ain't working for me, got to go. So he put on this got to go tag. Yeah. He said, I got to go. Kyrie and KD was cool, but Embiid's weird.
Right.
He does his own thing.
I was about to say, now my next question is, okay, well, who is Embiid? Why does who Harden is work with who Embiid is? Tell me who Embiid is.
Embiid's grown up kind of quirky, but he's grown up into a man now. He was a little boy at first. Right. Joke all the time. Always acting like he had a problem with people.
And he's showing more maturity, which I like.
Yes. Because
at first, I don't know, when I would see him in press conferences and the way he would respond, I'd be like,
dancing on the sideline.
Yeah, something about him is, I'm not feeling.
A little boy.
Yeah.
Little boy.
So. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they are young. Yeah. But I see the maturity in him. And whether he thinks it or not, that maturity is translating in his game. And you're seeing that maturity in his game, and it's an improvement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can say that them two are working because they're letting each other be whatever they want to be. But it's also working because a lot of people said the pick and roll, which you were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Oh, that's not going to work. Embiid's not like that. He's a one-on-one player. When you have a player like James Harden that's a shot creator that can create off of a screen, for pick and roll and screens the way he do, oh, man. Embiid, this the easiest time I had in my life. This the most easy buckets I've ever had in my career.
Really?
He's been to the free throw line 40 times in 2 games.
Wow.
That tells you how much James Harden influencing him and his games on those pick and rolls, because he never went to the line 40 times in 2 games. That may be a 6 or 7 game span.
Right.
That went down to 2. That's y'all hell. That's hard to stop then. So
okay. So speaking of consistency, do you see this lasting?
Everybody go on the honeymoon until they get back to reality.
That's true. So you think this is just the honeymoon?
So this is the honeymoon phase. Once the playoffs start to come around and teams start to jockey to get playoff spots and it gets a little tougher, then we're gonna see where the road meets the rubber.
I agree because playoffs is not where Harden shines.
No.
It's not at all.
And Embiid as well.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not gonna say Embiid plays bad.
Right.
But he doesn't close out when it's time to close out.
And they're only gonna be able to support each other in the playoffs because it's Harden gonna be carrying him all crying like a usher.
Embiid's, I don't know, maybe. Embiid's more of a, he might. Yeah, they might cry together in the car. They can be red. They can be red off of Friday. That's all right. They're gonna cry in the car. That's all right. But I think that Embiid plays 3 quarters in the playoffs. In the 4th quarter, he just kind of slacks up.
Who, Embiid?
Embiid, because he has a lot to do. And James Harden just sometimes, is he even playing? Because some games he'll take 5 shots, 10 shots. Dude, you the best player. You got to take 20. So I don't know. So Embiid's going to help him because Embiid has matured and he's become a great leader. Which Harden is a great leader, honestly.
Right. Yes. This is my
hope for
them that I feel like they are going to make it to the playoffs, right?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
They're dangerous.
Absolutely. So my hope for them is that they prove them wrong, because I feel like other people, analysts, us, are saying the same thing. You know, both of them kind of fall flat. I want them to have this energy like, oh, that's what y'all think? We about to prove you wrong. I really want them to be explosive and powerful and just, I want to see that. I want to see that.
You need a 76ers t-shirt.
I really do. But, I think them together will be magic, and I want them to continue that post regular season, right? Like I want to see it.
Yes.
Even if they're not my team, I want them to win. You know what I'm saying?
I
want to see that. Yeah.
Actually, shout out to the Virgos, big heart, you know. Shout out to the Virgo clique.
The hard beat.
Yeah, we Virgo type of roll. But I'm pulling for my Virgo homeboy. That's my Virgo brother. So I'm pulling for him.
I just want to see that. Okay, so very cool.
Now y'all know my sign, but
Anyway, next let's talk about one of our favorite quarterbacks. Kyler Murray. Kyler. What you always say?
Call Murray and Murray. Y'all know nothing about that.
Well, he need a lawyer. I mean, cause let's just talk about him, cause even him and his agent, they going through some things. He's very much in the news right now.
He is.
So Murray has some contract demands, right? He wants an extension, but he has some demands. He want to get paid, and I don't know the details of what he wants. So maybe you can get into that. But I just know he's taking this direct approach, like. I'm about to tell you what I want.
He's coming in hard.
No games. I'm coming in hot. Okay. So he, cleared out some stuff on social media. That was all the talk. Everybody, he was taking down pictures and all this other stuff. And then his agent came out with that statement, which Michael Lombardi said it was a daggone ransom note.
That's funny.
That's what he called it, a ransom note. It was, it's demanding. Okay, everything is creating media hype right now with the moves that Kyler Murray is making, all because he wants an extension, but he wants to be paid some serious money. What's the details of the money? Like, let me just tell you this. So in 2019, when he got drafted number 1, right? His deal was a guaranteed 4-year rookie contract through 2023. It was a total value of $35.6 million. He got $9 million a year. So what is it that he's looking for this next time around? Do you know the details of that? And after you give me the details, we're going to unpack it. We're going to talk about it because they gave an extension to Kingsbury and the GM, what's his name? Kine? Yeah, they gave an extension to him, even though, and everybody, a lot of people are side-eyeing that, especially Kingsbury, because I don't know. He showed a few flaws when he was
coaching.
Exactly.
Yeah,
some major, yes, exactly. Yeah. Especially time management. Some people say, you know, but they're not saying much, and they're not budgeting, and they're not doing much when it comes to college extension. But them extended, bam, off the bat. So what is he looking for, detail wise? And then, do you think he deserves what he wants?
What college looking for is stability, which they gave you early.
Right.
With $9 million.
Right.
Wish I can have it.
For real.
Secondly, you're still on a rookie's contract.
Mm-hmm.
So you have another year before they even can offer you.
I was about
or you
to
can
say.
go through that situation.
Right.
Because you're still under contract. He's pushing for a contract, but they're pushing for not to give him one right now because they don't have to. Their foot's not in the mud.
Yeah.
Their foot's still on cement.
Like, we still
because
got
you still
you
have
for
time.
a year. Like, what you talking about, bro?
So the third thing is his numbers haven't improved since his rookie year.
That's fact.
In 3 years, they've been almost the same.
Yeah.
So
it's not that they're bad. It's just there's no consistent
they're consistently the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're not.
That's not what I want, though. If I'm the owner, that's not what I want.
But they're not in my Seattle words. Level up. Level up.
Okay, Sierra.
Right?
Right.
So I haven't seen the level up yet. I haven't seen you go from the 1,200 yards to 1,700 yards the next season. I'm just using that. That's not really his numbers, but I'm just using that.
Right.
As a, to develop your teammates and yourself to be greater and be better and make the team better. I haven't seen that transition. So I can't pay you for something that's consistent for 3 years and I don't see your ceiling. You want ceiling money, but I haven't seen nothing that says you have a ceiling. It almost looks like you're at your ceiling after 3 years. 3 years will tell you what a person is, almost.
Right.
So this is his year to prove. So I don't know why he don't say, forget it, like that did.
Right.
And say, that
I'm
said,
about to prove
let me prove it.
Yeah,
and Jerry Jones gave it to him.
That's true. That is a nice little comparison right there.
So you have to prove it. Go out there and prove it. Show this is what I'm worth.
Yeah, he talking too much.
So I'm cool with what you're doing, but your numbers got to speak for themselves. Numbers speak. I don't care what nobody say. If you pull up the numbers, that's what that is. You can say, oh, this happened that game and that's why I didn't.
Right. I
got facts, man. You're living in reality. So.
Okay, well then my next question is, what does Kyler need to bring into this new season, 2022-2023, to prove, I'm worth the extension and I'm worth the money?
I think he has to be better prepared the second half of games. Oh. The first half he plays pretty good.
That's very specific.
The second half he plays a little bit better. First half I'm not gonna say he's really good. He's just consistent.
Right.
The second half it looked like he turns it on, but it's not on enough to win the game. Almost. He's almost like he can't get over the hump. Like if you can bother him because of his size, maybe because of his height.
And what do you mean bother? Like, give me specifically what you mean.
Him just calling plays off the line, changing plays, trying to go into making a play where somebody's wide open or he can make a play down the field. He's so short the way he has to scramble, run around, and he can't really see and really do things he want to do. So if you get a fast, athletic defensive lineman coming after him, it's hard for him to do something and make plays because, these dudes 6'4" and 6'5", they run a 4.4 just like you now.
Right.
So it's hard for him to do it. So I think it's quick thinking too. He has to make quicker decisions.
I agree with
that.
And
he looks like he look for the big play every time. I almost look like he's looking for the 20-yard play. And we've watched it and I've seen him run around, spin, like he's looking for a big play when the play is right in front of him.
Right.
A 5-yard play which can turn into 10 yards.
Let the ball go quicker.
Yeah. That would help him.
Make better plays as far as not always trying to look for that.
He needs to go watch some Drew Brees tape.
I was about to say that.
Because Brees' decision making is quick because he was small.
Right.
He can't outrun those big people and he can't see over those big people. So you got two things that's against you. You can't see over them and you really can't run from them.
Right.
So I just think he needs to make quicker decisions and make things happen instead of trying to be Superman. Sometimes you can be Robin and let somebody else be Superman for a game, 2 or 3. So I think that'll work for him.
Batman and Robin. You mean he won't be Batman?
What did I say?
You said Superman.
Oh.
You know I know my character, my superheroes. Okay.
What Superman? I'm sorry.
Superman had no sidekick.
But if you want to be an Avenger like us, you got to make sure, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure.
What I hear you saying is, I don't think Kyler Murray is very good at playing to his strengths. No. Okay? So, I mean, we're so focused on, he's short and then they move as fast as you move. So maybe him and his coaches need to play to his game. And then come up with some plays that really highlight his strengths.
Which I think they do that. Because they have him, if you watch the games, he's always rolling out the pocket. Rolling out the pocket means he's not standing in the pocket. He always rolling to the left or rolling to the right.
You have to explain that to me because I ain't there yet.
But he also can let the ball go quicker when he rolls out. It looks like when he rolls out, he's looking for a 20-yard. That's what I mean. Let it go right there. When you roll out, hit that man. If he's open, hit him for 5 yards. That's fine. Take the 5. Take the 10. You don't have to have 20 every time.
Right.
That's just he hasn't gotten there yet with that.
Okay.
I think that's what's lacking.
So it's really his personal improvement.
Yeah, he just had decision making had to be quicker.
Okay, that makes sense.
Smoke and Joe showed a lot of that this playoffs too. Just
he had to.
I mean, against the Rams,
right?
He got that ball out fast.
Right.
They almost in position to win with no offensive line.
Right.
Because he got out quick.
Yeah, he
wasn't trying to look around. Oh, you can't look cute when you're in there with big bears. No, it got to go.
Right.
I'm just being real.
Okay. All right, we're just going to go into a few headlines real quick, and you can give your opinions on it. This is really just what's going on, swirling out around in CBS News, Fox News, ESPN News, headlines, and it's just titles, so I'm just going to be real brief.
That's fine, go ahead.
Okay.
Take your time, baby.
Thank you so much. All right, Green Bay Packers GM says he is not getting any trade offers from any of the GMs for Aaron Rodgers. He said his phone is dry.
Really?
He said his phone. I think in a press conference he pulled out his phone and was like,
It's serious.
Yeah, I think. I'm gonna ask you a quick question. I think that's gonna make Aaron Rodgers mad. That would make him mad. He's sensitive. He's sensitive.
If you fart too loud by him, he mad. So
I know.
And he passed gas too. So.
Exactly, but that's just another article talked about him being selfish. He's just selfish. I forgot which analyst called him selfish. Like he's just really selfish. But GM went out there and said that about that man. Ain't nobody calling for him. Dry.
$50 million a year.
That's what he wants.
Who called? Fish. He gonna be waiting on that, baby. He gonna be waiting on that. You think and you want $50 million. Oh my God. Shady Brady might get there for one more year if he want to. Shady Brady got the hardware.
That's true.
Shady Brady had the best numbers in the league last year at 44 years old. He might get 50.
But now Aaron Rodgers.
And what about that?
Okay.
Moving on up.
All right, Cincinnati Bengals said they are committed to supporting quarterback Joe Burrow. And then, quote, in the best way we can, including offensive line help.
Ooh, that's what they need.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah, if they draft anything but an offensive lineman, I'm dumping the Bengals.
You not dumping the Bengals.
I'm not, but they've been...
You love Joe Burrow.
Yeah, old smoke my dog. But if they draft, they need 7 offensive linemen in all 7 rounds.
Shit.
Real talk. They should. They should at least get 5 out the 7. At least 5 offensive linemen. Because you got to have some room to work with when you get offensive linemen, because all of them not going to pan out.
Right.
So you got to give yourself room to see who works and who doesn't work. Then you go into free agency. Then you can go into people that's been waived by teams, and you can go in there and try to find somebody that can fit your team and fit your line and fit. You know that offensive linemen are different. Some offensive linemen are great blockers for running backs.
Right.
Some are great for quarterbacks for passing. So you have to figure out who's great at what. Because you can get a good offensive lineman that's only really good at blocking for running backs, but not that good for quarterbacks. So it's different.
Who were we watching yesterday that said that they need to go out there and get Demarius?
Demario Davis.
Yeah, Demario Davis. They better not.
I don't know. Whoever say that.
Saints better not let that man go.
People drink a lot. That's probably somebody on a drink. It's not a drink. See, when you talk crazy, you're on a drink. You ain't on a drink.
Saints is our whore. Okay, they better not.
A drink is a Smirnoff. A drink is triple vodka. That's a drink. So whoever was on that was on that.
On the drink. Okay.
He's on the drink. You said it right. You sound like you're from Texas. Go ahead.
I'm gonna move on. Okay. Next headline: Suns Booker enters health and safety protocols and will miss game against Portland Trailblazers.
Oh man, I just heard the news too. That's tough. That's tough.
You think it's gonna be tough without Booker and CP? Because he's still out because of his thumb, right?
Monty Williams, that's an excellent coach.
Yeah.
I think for right now, to me, he's the best coach in the league.
I agree. Absolutely.
Today, if I say give me a coach to change my coach, I want Monty. I want that bald head assassin.
But you know, he also had a team full of people ready to receive.
Yeah.
Receive knowledge, receive the culture, receive. Not every team is ready to receive.
Yeah, but the way he teaches.
Yeah.
The way he's teaching those young players, because a lot of players on his team, the whole team is young.
Yes,
besides Chris Paul and Jay Crowder.
Right.
Everybody else is pretty young.
Yes, absolutely.
So he knows how to get the best out of what they do great.
Because I think he's a player.
So because he's played before.
Yeah.
So wherever he goes, he's gonna change your culture.
You think that's why Willie Green is working so well for us?
Yes, because he's cut from that cloth.
I agree.
That's why we just snapping right now. Snapping pop.
We're gonna talk about that. All right, and last but not least, LeBron James insists he is not giving up on the Lakers season. He says, until you bury me 12 feet under, I got a chance. That's how dramatic that sounded right there. 12 feet under.
I so wanted to hear you say that. My God, I wanted to hear you say that about LeBron.
Really? You didn't? I didn't tell you my headlines. Why you wanted to
Because his quote and what he said to the press, awesome way to use it after you lose. Cool. But your action on the court
did not display that.
Totally different from what you're saying to the press.
I agree. Elaborate.
At times, and I think I wanted to tell when we talk about this, I'm so tired of the players, personally. Stop putting your head down when you don't get a call and people go on the other end of the court and lay the ball up.
Right.
Because you're not back on defense. Because you're trying to talk to the referees and the ball's gone. I seen LeBron do that 5 or 6 times within 2 games against the Pelicans and last night against Dallas. I've seen him do that. I've seen him put his head down and mope, and they score. Put his head down. Every time he put his head down and mope, they score. Every single time. If I could pull the tape out, it'll show him moping and the other team scoring. Now, you're a leader, and you saying till I'm dead, but you're not leading by example.
Damn. You know, you said a word right there.
So actions speak louder than words. So his action, if I pull up his tape and tell him repeat what he said, I think he'll take it back.
Nah, he gonna argue. Come on, you know LeBron. He'll argue you down.
But if you see it, I see you.
He gonna try though.
Yeah,
that ain't. Put that in front of his face and say, "But look, see, the sky is blue. Yeah. No, it's red."
Yeah, just like them fools on First 48. Come on, that ain't
see,
me.
That's
and
you,
they looking
right
at their That ain't me. Really? With them same shoes on. Really? Come on, brother.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just how he rolled. That's his personality. But you're right. If you compare the way you were playing out there to this quote, it don't match.
It don't match. It don't match. And I'm just tired of them. All of them. They walk, explain it.
Players that do that a lot.
Embiid used to do it a lot.
He
stopped.
He did.
You know who doesn't do it, Giannis never do it.
He doesn't.
Chris Paul do it when you're at the free throw line.
Right.
Or the ball stop.
He'll say
He don't do that in the midst of the game. I don't see him mope.
Right.
He's just going to get back. Devin Booker does it. Timeouts. I think he learned that from Chris Paul. Timeouts, free throw line. He'll
Probably,
go talk.
I can see Chris Paul telling him, don't do that.
Yeah, not while we in the flow of the game.
Right.
We 4 on 5 then. Because
Right.
you walking like you're on the beachfront.
You know who I always, when he was playing, I always mentioned, didn't do that? Kawhi Leonard.
He didn't. Kobe didn't do it either.
Yeah.
Kobe didn't do that.
No.
Kobe just look at you and say, you know that.
Talking to the ref.
Kobe will wait and say, you know this.
Right.
Foul it. Watch out.
Right.
And that's it. He's still coming at your neck.
Right.
So LeBron's different.
He didn't do that earlier in his career.
It's almost like he feels like you have to give it to him because he's LeBron.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
No.
That's what I was saying. Like, he didn't do that early in his career.
Dude.
He's doing that now because he's like, I'm LeBron. Everything he say, everything he do, the way he play, the way he is all, I'm LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest. I'm the GOAT.
We know you LBJ.
Yeah.
You top 3, 2, 3, 4 ever. I give you that part. But
he demands so much respect. It's like you see a rattle in his hand.
Yeah. And I'm old school. And back in the day, we wasn't calling nothing. Back in the day, this is the difference. Back in the day, when you would score and didn't call anything, you had the opponent scared of you. Yeah. Because you were played through and you were that strong.
And they're like, dang.
So they're like,
okay, so
yeah.
we have to figure out a way to get to
That's
him.
what made people fear Jordan. Because he kept coming, even though you was hitting him. Like, man, what do I have to do to kill this man? Right. I can't. So he killed your mindset to want to foul him or want to play him hard. Because he's going to come at you hard no matter how many times you hit him.
I agree.
John Morant said something the other day. I'm small, but I'm going to keep coming.
Yeah.
Something like that. He was talking about him being small. He said, I don't care. I'm going to fall, get back up. I think he said some quote he said, but it was cool.
I know. I love him.
And he about my size. About 175, 180 pounds. But he's played like he's 200.
Right.
No. Man, that boy bad too. Next. I'm talking like, come to that boy bad. That boy good.
Okay. All right, last but not least, we're going to talk about our Pelicans. I know you guys y'all always want to talk about Pelicans and the Saints. Y'all definitely from New Orleans.
We both did same time.
And anyway, okay, so they won 2 in a row. Once against the Suns. That's a biggie. And the Lakers. And the Lakers. That's the Lakers. Okay, so big win. So tonight, and they play against the Kings. If they win tonight, you predict that they're going to go up to 9. Considering the Lakers lost.
They're a game and a half behind the Lakers. They're in the 10th spot now.
They're 10th spot, yeah.
They were 11. They passed Portland.
Yes.
So now they're 10.
Yes. So they have the possibility. So I want you to look into your crystal ball that you always hit us with. What you see. What do you see for the Pelicans right now?
This team is trending up. I think this is another winner tonight. I think this is a winner again. I think we're going to get the dub tonight because the chemistry is starting to show. The playmakers starting to show. Willie Green's influence is starting to show. Everything's coming at the right time. CJ and Ingram, it's almost like Embiid and Harden.
Right.
It's starting to switch. They didn't flip the switch, hit this light on the switch. It's on.
Right.
So they almost know each other without knowing each other. Yeah. When it's like that, you dangerous. Yeah. You really dangerous. And I'm starting to see it. And the teammates are more excited. CJ was pumping up New Orleans crowd, and New Orleans like, come on, let's go. He was doing this to the, pumping the crowd up.
Right.
I don't see too many New Orleans Pelicans doing that. He was kind of.
But he was doing it.
And give them that energy, and even Zion didn't do that, and he our best player. But CJ was bringing that Portland mentality, that Dame time, and all that. They had their little antics up there in Portland when they was winning. So he brought some of that New Orleans, some of that enthusiasm, that excitement.
I think when Zion comes, it's going to make it
It's cool.
I want to say this right quick, though. You know, we just had our Mardi Gras. Anybody not from New Orleans know about, Mardi Gras. And there was a float with Zion on it, and it had Zion.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was clear. I don't think it had the word Zion on it, but he was wearing a number 1.
Mm-hmm.
He had like the haircut player, and he was really big, really, 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 really big. Somebody videoed the float passing by, I posted it, and I was reading the comments, and a bunch of non-New Orleans people were commenting. And I think like here in New Orleans, we're like, we satire everybody on these floats. You know what I'm saying? We joke about everybody on the floats. That's just what we do. That's no big deal. But I just didn't like the comments from outsiders. Like, see, that's why he don't want to play in New Orleans. That's why New Orleans don't deserve him. That's why. So part of me felt so embarrassed. Like, I was like, and I'm somebody that's really hard on Zion. Like, I've said, he's disappointing me right now. I need him to get himself together, get himself in shape, come back. And reading articles and researching about where he is and where is he right now? Portland. Yeah, Portland, and what's going on and how he still has a relationship with CJ and with Brandon
and Treasure Langdon.
Exactly. I feel like, okay, I think he's on the right track. He even did a conference recently, a press conference, where he said, I ain't never said I want to leave. I don't want to leave. I like New Orleans. And I think him watching B.I. and McCollum play right now, he like, oh, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah. So,
y'all stop tripping. Okay? It was just a flow. It's just Mardi Gras. That's what we do. Okay? We just satire. We're a fun-loving city like that. Don't take it to heart. I still want Zion.
Because I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I don't think he took it to heart. He probably laughed. Knowing him.
Yeah.
But I don't even have him big. He probably bust out laughing with a bag of chips. But I say that to say I really want to see that Zion, Brandon, CJ mix. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanna.
Ooh, that's all I can say. I wanna see that.
Yeah, that's
trouble. And with sprinkle of Willie Green on the top.
That's trouble.
Ooh, that's all I can say.
That's trouble. That, like I told you earlier in the year, when they got really green, they don't have to look for a coach for a long time. They're good. They can probably get him a 10-year. His impact this fast has never happened in New Orleans that fast. They was talking about, Kendrick Perkins was on ESPN talking about New Orleans should move, right?
Right. New Orleans should move where?
Because he said New Orleans should move their team to Seattle, LA, one of those big markets, because New Orleans just can't handle a superstar. And I know Zion wants to move the team because he doesn't think the team can be successful with a big superstar, which I totally disagree.
I do too.
Because if you get a big superstar, that's more money for your city. There's more money in your basketball market. There's more money for people just in the community in general.
And ain't nobody feed off of tourism and special events and stuff like that than New Orleans. We can handle it. Number one in crowd control.
So I'm pretty sure Giannis has brought so many millions of dollars to Milwaukee.
Right.
For staying there.
Right.
And they've come up so fast.
Yes.
And there's light do apart because of him.
Right.
Because of him saying, I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to win a championship here. This is where I want to stay. This is where I live. And this is where I'm going to retire from. I respect that man. And he got him a chip. Yeah. He never left. But they were pushing the issue. Giannis should leave. Giannis should leave. Now they own Zion, which is the same type of player. Physical, fast, jump. Same type of player. Now you want him to leave because you want some box office attention because you're not getting enough exposure. Not our fault.
Right.
So what we get and what we have, leave that man alone. We don't have to move our team. But Gail Benson said, before we leave, Gail Benson said when she passes away, she's donating the teams to the city of New Orleans. Right?
Oh wow.
So the city of New Orleans will have the team. Then they talk since she said that, city of New Orleans been talking about building a new arena.
Oh wow.
For the basketball team and the football team.
Oh wow.
To keep the team in New Orleans. So he didn't know that. But Gail Benson, when she passed it, the deep team is already signed and sealed. She's giving the team to New Orleans.
Oh wow. That's big.
So the team won't be able to move. That's why she's doing it, because she don't want the team to go anywhere.
Oh wow.
So that I thought that was really cool. And to have Zion in place, and to have the Saints in place.
But she ain't passing anytime soon.
I mean, when she does, Louisiana ain't good. We in good shape.
Right.
Because we got our teams and we still gonna wear our
We're
gear.
not wishing that on you, Gail. We are not. Don't.
But that's cool because owners don't do that.
Yeah.
So she said, when is this y'all? I love y'all. This y'all team. That's cool. I never heard that before from nobody else. No other owner.
Right. I agree. Well, I think we said enough. We didn't talk about enough. We didn't talk about everybody. You messy.
Yeah.
You messy.
At least I'm honest.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the tea.
I hope y'all did.
AKA actual sports news.
Yeah. Messy news.
I know. But we appreciate you once again. Make sure you follow us on all social media handles. We are on Twitter at The Hypes House. We are on Instagram, The Hypes House Sports Podcast. We are on Facebook. We everywhere. Okay? And we on YouTube.
Just come see about that. You don't know.
Pull up. We're so glad you're here. Thank you so much for staying with us or listening to us. And you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.
Yeah, boy.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.